today, Byron Center, Michigan, with Marv Heasley of Heasley Seeds. Marv, a longtime customer, J&M, several seed tenders. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Here we sell corn, soybeans, obviously, golden harvest corn, and we got into the bulk seed business here, I don't know, about 9 years ago now, and started with one tender and kept getting tenders, and that's kind of how we built our soybean business, and kept growing. So we kind of went down that road.
Tell us a little bit about how you use your tenders. Are they all used in-house to deliver your seed, or do your customers use some of your tenders? Or
we deliver about at least 95% of the seed we deliver to the farm, and we may fill a drill and then leave, or we might leave a tender there, and then when they get it empty, we'll swap it out with another tender. And it depends on the operation, but we usually try to keep at least 2 of them here all the time to keep feeding planters if we need to, and then we'll swap, park one, and when they get empty, we'll swap it out and fill it back up again, and so keep them moving. Keep them moving.
It's all about the service then. So they're not just buying the seed; they're buying the service that goes along with it.
Yeah, and that's been that's a big deal. I mean, we found that if a guy doesn't got to worry about having his own tender, doesn't got to run get them, and he makes a phone call, and then a little bit the beans are sitting there for him. That service is tough to get around if you're an operator really trying to get stuff done. You have to worry. That's one part of your operation you have to worry about. The beans are going to be there for. So
right.
That works out good.
And 8 tenders?
We have 8 tenders, yeah.
So that's
today. I actually called Russ a couple of weeks ago, so maybe we need one more, but I didn't pull the trigger on it yet. Eventually, we're going to need some more to keep up, but we're trying to. The good part this year is we've got a couple of growers that use tenders a lot are done. Will be done today or tomorrow, so that frees up another tender for us that normally in most years they'd be using right now at the beginning. So
that tender stays at their place until
there'll be a tender there. Like a large operator will bring a tender there, and he may empty it in a day. The next day I'll bring a tender, just swap it, take the empty one back, and we just keep swapping them.
J&M, I think we work together pretty well. What do you like about the J&M tenders?
We bought our first tender. Well, we had a box tender. We had the first thing I bought. The first bulk tender we got, we were looking at several different kind, and I don't know, we just came in. I thought the J&M looked a little heavier built, so we got that first 375, and man, I just loved it. So we do have one 275 with the scales on it, a smaller one, but otherwise, we got all that. But we just kept. Seems like 1 year we added 2 in 1 year, but it seems like every year we get another one, and we still have that original one. That's a cord model without the. It doesn't have the swinger or anything on it. That's a Armstrong swinger, but
gotcha.
But we got guys that like that one, guys that are going to use it to fill a corn planter or something. When you let go of the button, it shuts off. So they, with a remote, you're trying to hit it. If it don't, you got a mess. But we got some guys that still like that old tender, but old. It's only probably 6 years old, but it's a nice tender.
And 2 years ago, we did I guess I'll call it a special edition, the Golden Harvest with the orange for you, and really turned out nice. I mean, you've got your second one now.
Yeah, that tender was a good conversation piece there for a while.
Yeah, and you went from 375s to the 390s. You like the 390s? Some nice.
Yeah, it seems like by lowering it, they do empty a little better. The 390s, I think, are a little easier to clean out.
Okay.
And we haven't had any trouble with the other apparatus. It's been fine. So, we just haven't had any trouble with them. We replaced the belt in one of them to this spring, that first one.
Okay. And there have been several thousand units through that.
Yeah, I think if you look at what a farmer would put through one of them, they may plant times that by a lot.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff goes, and we sell wheat too, so we run them. They'll all be pulling wheat also. So That's some of the paddles were starting to crack a little bit, and we didn't want them wind up as a planter, so we replaced that one. We figured that and didn't know us anything.
Yeah.
A lot of bushels have went through that one.
Yeah.
So I would never even consider buying different. They're really good. We can't. They're heavy duty. They, brakes work great on them. They pull good, and they're not so high as some of your competitors are pretty high.
Yeah.
And they're offset. These are centered. We just got no complaints about it. They've been great.